G'day, ZiggyD here again, back for some more Diablo 3 AH3. It's been a little while since my last video in this series, and that's just because I've been getting some larger, more time-consuming videos out. You may have seen some of my recent videos, guides, and farming runs, and I did a case study on successful Diablo 3 players and what makes them successful and things like that. Well, it looks like I'm getting some serious asset loading lag in here. It's always a bit of a risk when you first start playing. It's just good to be cautious right at the beginning. But I have been very keen to play this series. I've been very keen to play some more hardcore. I've definitely been feeling it calling me and wanting to craft more and things like that. But yeah, just haven't quite had the time to stick to that schedule, which is a bit of a shame. But hopefully you guys have been enjoying the other content I've been getting out anyway. And I've been doing plenty of hardcore farming alongside the content I've been making. Oh, sorry, not hardcore, softcore farming. Alongside the other content I've made, and made some good progress there, and I have some more cool ideas that I can do for more softcore related content and general Diablo 3 content. Hey, we got another legendary, and it's another spirit stone. Every single legendary I've got in hardcore has been a monk weapon, or well, monk, some sort of monk legendary. I think this is the exact same one I got before. That's obscene. Let's ID this and see what it is. Yeah, I think that's the exact same legendary I got before. Let's go back to town and look. Yep, look at this. The gods of RNG are taunting me. What is this? Come on, at least this one's got a socket, I suppose. Oh man, that's terrible. So in today's play session of Diablo 3 AH3, I think I'm just going to be heading killing Zulle Kulle, getting his body parts, going and killing him. Hopefully that boss battle doesn't give us too much trouble. Then heading on towards Belial. I think this will be the last episode of this act before Belial, so you guys can probably look forward to a Belial fight sometime over the next 2 days or so. I'll do another little mini boss fight special episode like I did with the first one, because I thought that was quite a fun way to present it, although some of you guys were a bit sadder that it was a shorter episode. It was nice to have like a little self-contained, I don't know why I'm killing those things, it's just fun to do. A little self-contained episode just for the boss kill. And, oh my god, again, seriously. Alright, sorry guys, I was playing without monster power on again. Every episode without fail. Alright, and we're back, and man, I thought that felt unusually easy, but and that explains that. Man, every single time that is resetting. I think when you change from softcore to hardcore it resets, so I really need to remember to try and do that. Although it's becoming a bit of a theme now with this series, so maybe I should just see. We'll just see if I remember next time. I'll try my best. I really don't want to get into the boss fight and then realise that I forgot to do it on Monster Power 10. So that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. So in other reasonably exciting news, ever since I posted that video yesterday, I've gotten a ton of new subscribers. So if this is your first time watching one of these episodes, welcome, and maybe you new people to my channel will consider going back and watching some of the earlier episodes, because I think there was a lot of fun stuff that happened, especially the butcher fight at least. At least go check that out, because that was a lot of fun. But yeah, with all those new subscribers, yeah, Resplendent Chest, let's go in here. I've overcome the 1,000 subscriber mark on my channel, so it's not a huge milestone or anything, but I don't know, it feels pretty cool. That's a trap. It's just it's a nice round number, and we sort of have, I don't know, humans in general seem to have this fascination with nice round numbers, so I don't know, it feels pretty good. Feels like I'm definitely progressing, and it's kind of cool to see all these that there's a lot of other Diablo, like people that are interested in Diablo content, a lot more than, you know, maybe they could have been based on the amount of subscribers I already had, you know, like that could have been it. There could have been like 800 people that were only interested in Diablo 3 content. I got more or less 5 people here. It's kind of a nasty little ambush, but at least our pets can block off the mobs from one side. So I don't know, I haven't decided whether to do anything like to celebrate reaching 1,000. Maybe I was thinking of actually building up a strafe demon hunter set and showing you guys how I go about that process, and then giving away that set to one of my demon hunter viewers. Though it feels a little bit biased towards demon hunters, but maybe the rest of you guys can at least enjoy the content, maybe get some educational factor out of it, I don't know. But I was thinking of doing that anyway. Maybe that isn't really to do with the 1,000 subscribers thing, just another general idea. I guess if you guys have any other way you can think of what I should do to cap the 1,000 milestone, or maybe I should hold out for 1,500 and do something extra special then. That maybe sometime around Christmas time, so maybe I can do some sort of Christmas giveaway or something. I have to be careful about doing giveaways since I'm not in a partnership network. I can't technically do like giveaways in the traditional sense, but I can sort of get around that with a bit of clever use of language and things like that. But yeah, we'll see what happens. By the way, it's very cool to have a bunch of new subscribers. I got something like 100 overnight, so very cool stuff. And we've just hit level 26. Nice stuff. We'll just keep battling on and seeing if we're getting anything useful. Hex rune. I'll have to check those out later. Oh, okay, we've got an acid cloud rune. That's pretty good. We'll need to put that on. We don't have any rune on there at the moment. So let's just wait until we're a little bit safer here. And mass confusion. Oh, that was just Ep10. Alright, let's see this acid cloud rune. Increases the initial area of effect of the acid cloud. Okay, so that's the initial 115% weapon damage to 24 yards from... What's the current? It doesn't say what the current area is. I'm guessing it's like double, perhaps? So that's pretty good. Cool. Nice short cooldowns in normal mode. Means you can just change things in the fields without worrying about it. You can really see the larger radius of effect on that acid cloud spell. Now, it's massive. 24 yards is huge. I've seen that witch doctors often end up stacking around 24 yards worth of pickup radius, and playing my demon hunter on Inferno, I'm pretty envious of that. So I'm keen to start stacking some pickup radius and having an excuse to do so. Based on, you know, it's actually helping my skills. There's a legitimate reason for me to be doing this, not just because it feels awesome having a massive pickup radius. And you know, me actually grabbing gold in hardcore is is worth it, since I'm not using the auction house or anything, and I'll probably need a fair bit of gold in the future to sink into crafting. At the moment, crafting, I'm able to get away with crafting without spending too much gold, but it definitely gets more and more expensive as you move through the difficulties. And you know, when you're rolling 50 pairs of shoulders to try and get a decent pair that's got the right stats for you, because you need a certain set of stats, then things can get a bit expensive there. But I'm keen to see how that plays out. Super excited about crafting. So maybe I should reiterate the premise of this series to any of you who are newer viewers and haven't seen the earlier ones. Well, the idea is I'm just doing a complete hardcore run without using the auction house at all, not to buy or sell. So completely self-found gear and crafted gear. That means I'm like picking up blues and stuff like that to get materials, and sort of trying to have like a pure Diablo experience without the auction house. Like, I enjoy the auction house, I enjoy in-game economies, but I sort of missed the Diablo 2 feeling, and I feel like this is very close to that with the crafting and things like that, because I barely even played online when I played Diablo 2. I always played solo, so I always had that sort of like self-found gear feeling, and I was missing that a little bit. So in addition to that, this is the first time I've ever played a witch doctor, so I'm learning the class as I go. So that makes things just a little bit more interesting, because I'm not familiar with the class already. And I've been getting lots of awesome tips off people in the comments section and such, so that's been pretty awesome. And in addition to that, I'm trying to play through on Monster Power 10 for as long as possible, so at least all the way through normal I think is pretty doable. I understand it gets to a point where it gets very difficult to progress on Monster Power 10, and if it gets to a point where it's just being boring, like I have to be super safe and can't move on to a boss fight without 50 hours of grinding, then I'll probably just turn the Monster Power down and continue through. Because when I get to Inferno, I'm not going to need Monster Power to make it exciting. Inferno's challenging in hardcore, especially with self-found gear. It's challenging enough with the auction house, so if I can somehow make it to Inferno, which, who knows. I often seem to die in Nightmare in hardcore. On all my other hardcore runs I've died in Nightmare. So, we'll see how this one goes. Maybe this will be my highest level hardcore character, because of the more cautious approach I'm taking to it, and getting all the cool advice I'm getting off you guys, and just being more experienced in general. I don't know, we'll see how it plays out. Alright, we've finally found the Cave of the Betrayer. It took a little while. Oh, we found some very nice chain leggings from a chest here. A little bit of extra vitality, good vitality roll in general, a lot more armor, and bonus experience, which that bonus experience is worth a lot more than that 5% magic fine, so I'll definitely be putting that on. And like the rest of the gear we've been upgrading to, it's nice and colourful too, which is always an important consideration in hardcore mode. Now emeralds aren't really going to be too useful for us for a while, but it's good to have them crafted up and ready for when we start getting into the later stages when crit damage actually starts becoming useful. But these other ones, like topazes, will definitely be useful. Let's actually, since we've got another ruby, unsocket this bow here, and combine these rubies and stick them back in, because that'll give us a nice little boost of damage there. The ruby socketing damage output is, like, it only says 4 to 8, but it ends up being a lot more once everything adds up on top of it, so looked like it added about 19 there. So pretty nice little boost. Let's do some salvaging. So this is exciting. I've just finished salvaging up and noticed that since we've hit level 25 and 26 consecutively, we now have access to 2 new rare crafting items. So we have these plate leggings and some chain belts, which our belt's quite good. Our leggings are okay. They've got like vitality and experience, but with 4 random properties and a lot of extra armor, I feel like these could roll pretty well. So let's try and craft up 2 of these and see how we go. I'm not too optimistic, but oh wow, that's pretty good. A socket and vitality, which are a lot more vitality what we've got, and a lot more experience, so I'm actually pretty satisfied with that because I can stick an int gem in there. Let's chuck that in there and salvage up, and maybe we'll craft the other one then. So let's try these belts. Our belt's already quite good. But this could roll significantly higher. Our belt's only level 14, so the affix's roll range should be much higher on the belt. And we can craft 2 of these. Let's see how they roll. Oh, a lot of vitality, a lot of strength. Let's roll another one and see how we go. And vitality, experience. What have we got? So we can take a 12 DPS hit here and get a lot of extra protection, health globes, a lot of armor, more vitality, a significant chunk of extra vitality actually. So let's put this one on and we'll just salvage up what we've got left over. And here we have the Vault of the Assassin, which is also an excellent spot to farm. It's probably the best spot to farm in all of Act 2, so if we do feel like we need to do any farming before Belial, this would be the place to do it. Although, I don't know, I feel like we'll be able to do a straight run to Belial. After our excellent success with the Magda runs earlier, and the awesome crafting I did, which was the footage of which was lost, sadly, due to computer, I don't know, computer demons. But we had pretty awesome success there, and we've had pretty good crafting luck and drop luck since then, so I feel like we'll be doing alright, but we'll just see how it plays out and see how we're feeling moving into Belial based on the mobs there. The Belial fight can be pretty unpredictable, and those explosions can be a bit intimidating, though we do have pretty good escapability, and we'll try out a few of our other abilities and see what we can do. And I don't know, I'm okay with the mechanics of that fight, so as long as I can avoid most of those explosions, I should be able to do alright. With enough vitality, I should be able to at least tank 1 or 2 of those explosions. But we'll have to see how we go with that. So the reason this is such a good place to farm is just it's got a pretty good number of trash mobs in it, but it has a huge amount of elites in it. You can easily get in Inferno 4 or 5 stacks in here, so at least 4 or 5 elite packs in here. So even in normal mode, just a great spot to farm for rares and magic items and crafting materials if you're doing a self-found run like this. We've got a goblin down there, so let's oh no, looks like our little things. I haven't been able to kill a goblin yet since like Act 1, so let's see how we go. I've gotten a good hits on him this time. Let's see how we go. He's gonna get away, the little bastard. Always, every time. Oh, I hate you. Oh, you little jerk. Alright, we've got the Blood of Zoltan finally. I think there's a nasty-ish boss here. Oh yeah, it's one of these guys. Whoa, okay. So these little firewalker things are very nasty, and this guy fires out 3 of these things, in addition to mortar, so pretty nasty little dude, especially if you were playing a bit fast and loose on the vitality front there. But with our pets keeping him occupied there, we shouldn't have too much trouble. And in the end, he still is only a purple mob rather than a an actual champion, so still not as difficult as some champ packs can be. And as purples that don't drop any loot. Look at that. It makes me sad. Now, I actually spent a fair bit of this episode rambling, so might I just grab the checkpoint in here, and then we'll make killing Zoltan Kulle its own episode as well. So we'll move through here up to this main section and cut it off there, I think, for this episode.